Dear Commissioner, you may probably note with a smile on your face that the resolution of Parliament opens by saying we want to focus on the big themes, and then we need about 29 pages to explain what the big themes are. 9 pages to explain what the big themes are. I very much welcome the aim of the European Commission, supported by the majority in this House, to cut red tape. I think that's always a good idea anywhere, but it shouldn't become a goal in itself. And quite frankly, cutting red tape, as important as it may be, is not the answer to all the big challenges of today. It's not the answer to the refugee crisis. It's not the answer to the crisis in the Eurozone. It's not the answer to the dismantling of the Schengen area. It's not the answer to Mr. Putin. So we need cutting red tape, but we need more than that. And I think what we need to keep in mind is that what we are doing here today is creating the European Union that future generations will be living in. It's not just about us and our little differences, or indeed the things that bind us. It is about future generations. Now, one first remark about better lawmaking. As far as I'm concerned, that is much more about the process than it is about the outcome, because the outcome is a matter of political choice. And in the process, I think there's a lot that needs to be improved, and the Commission can do a lot there too. For example, in introducing a true culture of transparency and access to documents, because despite all the nice words, I find that the three institutions, and that includes the European Parliament, still have a very conservative reflex when it comes to opening up and being transparent. A second one, it's a minor one, it's not in the resolution, but I think I'm speaking on behalf of all of us, would be getting true responses, serious responses to our written parliamentary questions, rather than the non-answers that we usually get. It also means responding to legislative proposals by the European Parliament, and I think that you yourself, Commissioner, have said that you intend to do so, because there is something funny in the fact that a citizens' initiative that requires 1 million signatures obliges the European Commission to respond, but this European Parliament, elected by no less than 170 million voters that went to the ballot boxes last year, can be ignored. And I think finally the European Commission can and should do a lot better on review and evaluation. Now, on the big themes, we're talking about improving the Eurozone, and that's not just Greece, that's Eurozone governance, and we need to go much further than the 5 presidents' proposals. The Commission should stand shoulder to shoulder with the European Parliament in avoiding the dismantlement of the Schengen area and free movement. And finally, if you let me conclude, Chair, this House has called for a mechanism for the enforcement of Article 2, fundamental rights and the rule of law, and this House will elaborate proposals, and we hope that the Commission will do the same. Thank you.
Thank you very much.